Around the Block Prayer Walk. 2. The most important step you take today could simply be the first one you take to get outside. Feel free to walk, jog, or roll at your own pace. Before we begin our 4 prayer stations, I invite you to walk around your block and pray for each person in each home by name, asking God to come and be near to each one and for the blessing and peace of that household. Guided prayer. You may pause this recording at any time to pray your own prayers. You are also invited to add your own words during the moments of invitation. Let's begin. Station 1, Praise. Max Lucado says, "Our prayers may be awkward. Our attempts may be feeble, but since the power of prayer is in the one who hears it and not in the one who says it, our prayers do make a difference." Who is this one who hears our prayers? Who are you, God? We can spend our whole lives in a precious and holy pursuit to know you and still have room to know you more. In Psalm 18, 1 and 2, the person praying declares, "I love you, Lord. You are my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my Savior. My God is my rock, in whom I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me, and my place of safety." The psalmist has experienced God in the following ways: rock, source of strength, protection, shield, saving power, place of safety. How have you experienced the Lord? Maybe in these ways, maybe in other ways. In the next few moments of praise, think about your life and thank God for what God has been to you, and tell God as much as you can about your experience of God so far. Station 2, Reflection. Part of our faith journey is longing to know God better, and part of that same journey is courageously learning to know ourselves, who we are before God. God is maker of heaven and earth, and that means each one of us. God knows us better than we know ourselves. In Psalm 139, the psalmist writes, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways." And then at the end of the psalm is a plea, an ask of God, the one who knows us. "Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Are there any ways you have compromised your faith lately? Have you tried to impress others and failed to live as your authentic self? Like the psalmist, I invite you in these next few moments to ask God to search you, test you, to freely point out to you anything God sees that needs correction or attention. Station 3, Petition. Psalm 40 says, "I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him." And then the psalm ends like this: "But as for me, I am poor and needy. May the Lord think of me. You are my help and my deliverer. You are my God. Do not delay." In the Christian faith, we are constantly encouraged to lay out our requests, our needs, our cries before God. What are you struggling with? What keeps you up at night? If not for you yourself, who in your life needs God's attention, saving grace, or comfort right now? There is no better one to directly bring your requests to than the one who hears you. Spend a few moments boldly asking the God who hears. Station 4, Resignation. Sometimes the greatest thing we can do is step out of the way and let God work. When the Israelites were runaway slaves in Egypt and got to the edge of the Red Sea, they were terrified and cried out to the Lord. They couldn't see a way forward, but Moses reassured them. Exodus 14:13 and 14 says, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." When you've been fighting all your own battles, holding the weight of the world on your own shoulders, beat up by the world, discouraged by setbacks, exhausted in the struggle, sometimes what we need is a holy resignation. For the next few moments, I invite you to resign your position of control. You can always choose to take up this struggle again. But in the remaining minutes, I invite you to turn the reins over to God. Imagine God taking up the reins and going into battle for you while you rest on the sidelines. Watch and wait.